Well, that's a huge opportunity for the world. A lot of excitement around what the future of soybeans really can look like. It's a great time to be a soybean farmer.
Hello and welcome to this edition of the State of Soy. I'm Aaron Putsey and I'm visiting today with Matt Carstens. Matt serves as the president and CEO of Landus. And Matt, obviously in the co-op world there's a lot going on. Give us the state of the cooperative world from your viewpoint at Landus.
Well, there is a lot going on in the cooperative world, and I think we're really witnessing a time of change, right? When you're really trying to focus on how we get the farmer closer connected to that consumer, and that large gap that sits between there, it's got a chance to close and better tell the story of the farmer through the use of data and sustainable practices and all the things that are going on. And that really is a cooperative role, right? It's not traditional. It's not selling inputs, buying grain, which is what we like to do, but it's a change that we have to adapt to, and we at Landus have really opened up our arms to go, listen, it is what it is. Let's get into this and work with that, and your soybean farmers are a part of that journey with us.
And you really have, your headquarters is in Des Moines. Yep. You have a partnership with Des Moines Waterworks. Tell us a little bit about that in terms of how you're connecting with consumers around the issue of water quality, for example.
Well, yeah, water quality fits into that as well, and we all know the stigma that comes with Des Moines Waterworks, and rightfully so. I mean, that was a sensitive situation many years ago. But as we've assessed it, and I think you all too, we can continue to fight each other and talk bad, or how do we extend an olive branch and try to get both sides to understand. We have to get some understanding on what they're fighting and what that means to them, and they've got to understand that we're working on the challenge, and collectively how can we better work on the challenges together. And there's other cooperatives that are working with them as well, and some neat projects in addition to what Landus is doing, and I'm proud of that because I think that's what keeps us out of courtrooms, right? No one's going to win in that case, fighting in a courtroom. So how do we find that win that we can all kind of celebrate and solve solutions together?
What does your crystal ball tell you in terms of maybe the acres, the energy, the enthusiasm around a soybean crop in 2023?
There's a ton of excitement, and I look at soybean crush and the number of plants that are being built. Well, it's a great opportunity to really expand and talk about some positive things. And then if we can move aviation and marine ships to using soy oil in that fueling process, well, that's a huge opportunity for the world, and no bigger opportunity than right here in Iowa. So I think for your soybean farmers, there should be, and I believe is, a lot of excitement around what can happen there and what the future of soybeans really can look like as you paint that picture today. It's a great time to be a soybean farmer.
For Landus, in your role as the president and CEO, what do you see in the next 2 to 3 years that just gives you maybe the greatest reason for optimism and enthusiasm within the agricultural field at this point?
Well, I think there's two. One, it really comes down to soybeans and what can happen in alternative fuels beyond just ground transportation. So that piece has got a ton of momentum behind it, and Iowa Soybeans leading that charge very nicely. I think on the second side is this piece of how do we help consumers understand, and how do we understand what they want, how do they understand what we're doing to change it. And I think data sits in the center of that. Data will tell the story. Our farmers in Iowa together are doing great things. Are we perfect? No industry is. But we've definitely made great strides when you look at different practices and products that are on the market, and more to come that farmers are working on that truly helps them be more profitable and drive success. So it's different, it's change. And the cooperative system, ag retails in general, have to start changing and helping lead that change with the support of folks like your association too.
Well, again, a lot of synergies between the areas of focus for Landus and also for that of the Iowa Soybean Association and the 40,000 soybean farmers across Iowa that we serve. Reporting for the Iowa Soybean Association in this edition of the State of Soy, I'm Aaron Putsey.